Hello, 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 hello. Once again, hello to everyone here in this moment. We'll be getting started in just 1 second. Once again, welcome to I Am Worthy, a motivational check in brought to you by the Hope Center, where healing takes center stage. As each of you come in, make sure to go ahead and say hello in the chat to anyone that you see. Once again, welcome, welcome, welcome to I Am Worthy with Hope Center Harlem. I am the one and only Julius J.U. Jones, known as the Professor of Positivity. It's been a while since I've seen each of you. I'm so happy as I get these screens together. Today has indeed been one of those days. So, we're getting ready right now to bring you in to the moment for today, which is I Am Worthy, a motivational check in brought to you by the Hope Center. Let's talk just a bit about the Hope Center before we get into the day's motivational message. We only have 15 minutes, so 12:15, we're done here with this particular check in. So again, as you come in, go ahead, say hello. I'm going to come to the chat in just a few seconds to speak and see who's actually in the building at this moment as I get this computer up and going. Ah, even though it's afternoon now, there's always a tech situation that you have to quickly fix when you are live. So, once again, as you come in the room, I see some chats coming in. Make sure to say hello. Make sure to say what's up to your fellow people that are in the room right now. This is the Hope Center's healing conversation. Oh, look, I'm messing up. It's not a healing conversation. It's I Am Worthy, a motivational check in brought to you by the Hope Center. Quickly, before I come to the comments and see who's in the building, the Hope Center's mission is to support people in being intentional about their wellness through a personal centered approach. The key with it is that they engage in therapeutic healing through experiential learning. What is experiential learning, you may ask? Well, it's really simple. Experiential learning is the process of learning through experiences, i.e., each of you have different life experiences that you go through that help you be your best self. And the wonderful therapists at the Hope Center can actually help you heal on purpose and evolve, as you see in the bottom of the screen. What does Hope Center do? Well, you can receive up to 10 free therapy sessions at the Hope Center when you put your name on the list. So if you do indeed need therapy, go ahead. Get that therapy that you need by putting your name on the list at the Hope Center. Just in case you need someone to talk to right now, the crisis text line at the Hope Center is always open. It's 100% free and it's confidential. How can you get help? Well, text the word worthy to 741 741. Once again, that's worthy to 741 741. There are a lot of ways that you can support the Hope Center as we start the month of hope. One way that you can do so is actually by shopping and purchasing merch, whether it's the worthy shirt that you see me in right now, which I love, or if it's different merchandise, you can visit the Hope Center on the web at shop.fcbcnyc.org. Some upcoming events that the Hope Center have for you before we get into this moment is Paint and Chill. It's coming up on April 22nd from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Visit the website, hopecenterharlem.org, to get your tickets today. Tickets are still available, and we would love to see you there. Next up during this wonderful Hope Center weekend is yoga in the park. Get your yoga on, right? And so as you get your yoga on, you can do that at Morningside Park on Saturday at 10 a.m. And I almost messed someone up at 114th Street in Morningside Park. So make sure to get there, get your yoga on, etc. We are so excited to bring Hope Center Harlem to you on Sunday. Pre-show starts promptly at 10:30 a.m. in building. And online, you will see the show or the service coming up at 11 a.m. So make sure to stop by Hope Center Sunday at FCBC to watch it on the web. Make sure to visit www.fcbcnyc.org. It's been a while. Coming up next, we have In the Den, which is for brothers only, happening on Friday, April 29th. We would love to see you again in the building or in the digital building there. Make sure to visit the website once again at hopecenterharlem.org. The location will be provided when you register. If you're looking to change careers on May 3rd from 1 to 2 p.m., check out Charles Schwab and the Hope Center as it could be you. The key is living your best life and discussing career paths in the financial industry. With all that being said, make sure to stay in the know with all things Hope Center by following us on the web at Hope Center Harlem on Facebook and Instagram, Hope Center Harlem on YouTube with spaces, and Hope Center Harlem with center spelled CTR on Twitter. Last but not least, you can support the Hope Center by texting to give. 77977 is that number. All donations are tax deductible. You can also visit us on the web at www.hopecenterharlem/donate. That was a lot of announcements this morning before this quick motivational speech for you. I'm going to just see who's in the room really quickly so we can say what's up to you, because I love to know who's here. Mike Close is in the building saying, hey, Juju, what's up, Mike? It's so good to see you in this moment. In this moment. I cannot talk today. I'm going to sip. Hold on. Next person that says hello is Robin Laura Brown. Robin, hello. Anik is in the building. Hello, Anik. So good to see you in this moment. Mike McMillian is in the building right now. And I'm scrolling down just to see who else is here. Margaret Alexander says hello from the Bronx. Margaret, what's up? BX all day, every day, Fordham to be exact. We're so happy to see you here. Robin saying that it's going to be a busy weekend for the Hope Center and all the things we're doing. Yes, it will. Whew. But as we move today you're here for a quick motivational conversation. What is that motivational conversation about? It's about you being worthy. What does that mean? Worthy means a lot of different things, and it's always important for me to actually explain what it means. So again, to introduce myself, I'm Julius J.U. Jones, known as the Professor of Positivity. What do? I help people live life and believe in possible, one post event or podcast at a time, using cognitive reframing and constructive wallowing as a guide. And today's event is right here with the Hope Center. I'm so happy that you're watching in this moment. So let's go ahead and start the process of defining what these things mean to us, because definitions are important for us to move forward in life. So what does worthy mean? Why is it so important? And why are you exclaiming in this moment that you are worthy? Nicole, I see you in the chat. What's up? Hello. So when we're looking at worthy means a lot of different things. As you see, it's an adjective and a noun. If we're looking at the adjective of worthy means that you have or show qualities or abilities that merit recognition. Worthy means that you're deserving of effort, attention, or respect. Worthy also means that you're good enough and you're suitable. When looking at worthy as a noun, a worthy person is a person that is notable or important in a particular sphere. So when we think about the word worthy, it's important to look at yourself as a person that is worthy. Why? Because guess what? In life, we do go through things. In life, we do go through moments. In life, we go through times where we don't believe that we are worthy. Why? Self-doubt, self-sabotage. We could go down the list of even imposter syndromes help us or make us sometimes not feel worthy. If I had to look at a quote today to start off today's conversation, because you know the professor loves definitions and quotes, the quote that I would give is, because one believes in oneself, one doesn't try to convince others. Because one is content with oneself, one doesn't need others' approval. Because one accepts oneself, the whole world accepts him, her, and I'm going to add them or they. Hear that. Because one believes in oneself, one does not have to convince others that their worthiness is there. If I had to go to another quote, because there's two for today's topic, I would go to, you are the only person on earth who can use your ability. Hear that. You are the only person on earth that can use your ability. What does that mean? You're like, J.U., you're speaking in code right now. What does that mean from those two quotes? Everything that is inside of you is important. Hear that. Life is not an accident. You can reinvent. You can event again. You can start over. Why? Because you're worthy. That job that you lost at the beginning of the pandemic, you can get it back. Why? Because you're worthy. Those relationships that did not work because maybe you weren't in the place to help them work. Why? It's okay. You're still worthy of love. In this moment, in this season, and in this place where many people are sometimes longing to tell you what to be, longing to tell you how to act, longing to tell you where to go, it's important for you to remember that you're just worthy. Worthy just as you are, unless you're the person that wants to change. I have one more quote before we get deeper into this conversation. And that quote is, if you want to improve your self worth, stop giving other people the calculator. If you want to improve your self worth, stop giving other people the calculator. Life is a myriad of impressions. Let's talk about that. In every space that we go to, the key is showing up authentically as you. But sometimes when you do show up authentically as you might rub a few people wrong. Is that bad? The answer is no. Should you always change in those moments? The answer is also no. Why? Nicking at yourself to make other people happy does what to you? It diminishes value each time, which in theory gives them that calculator, which in theory subtracts worth each and every time. Imagine a life where you sat back and watched and deleted every time someone looked at you and said something about you wasn't fine, something about you wasn't loving, something about you wasn't worthy, when you knew that it was worthy. Hear that. You knew that the things that you went through in your life, the things that you've been through yesterday, today, the things that you will go through later, clearly put you in this space to be the person that you are, how you are, when you are, where you are, because you're worthy. And so, if you weren't worthy and deserving of love, if you weren't worthy and deserving of respect, if you weren't worthy and deserving of the life that you live, then in theory, you would not be here. So, why take the moment to continue to delete things about you, but to make other people comfortable? Maybe that's not your tribe. Maybe that's not your space. Maybe that's not your place. Maybe that's not the time for you. And so, for those listening in this moment, that divorce that you went through, it's okay. You're still worthy. That job that you lost because of a boss that didn't like you, because of something that made them feel uncomfortable, because of a personal issue that happened to them in the past, which is again not your problem, doesn't take away your worthiness. You're still worthy. Those moments in life where you sit back and look in the mirror and you don't apply to that job because you don't feel like you have the qualifications, even though you know you do because the imposter syndrome is real, doesn't take away your worthiness because you are indeed worthy. Sometimes it's important just to look at every single moment in life and add it up and say, is this me? Is it it? Is it us? Is it everyone? And many times it can be a mixture, but many times also it means don't delete. Use for you. To be a little personal, there are many times, including now in my life, that I have not felt worthy. What does that mean? As the professor of positivity, sometimes people look at the name and think that life means that everything is perfectly fine, everything is perfectly okay. And I refute that and say that's impossible. Life is a mixture of ups and downs. Life is a mixture of mountaintops and valleys. Life is a mixture of storms and sunshine, and that's okay. The key with remembering that I'm worthy personally before we come to you and before I have you do something in the chat is to sometimes look at the situations that you've been through. Sometimes look at the situations that you're going through. Sometimes look at the situations that you know you're going to move to and remind yourself that no matter what someone says about me, no matter what I say about myself, no matter what those voices say from my parents, my grandparents, my friends, my family, previous people in my life that might have harmed me with language that they didn't know was harming me, but I allowed it to. Hear that? I am still worthy in this moment. And so in the chat right now, I need you to exclaim to the universe exactly what you're worthy of. If you are worthy of love, type that in the box right now. Say, I am worthy of love. If you are worthy of life, health, and strength, type that in the box right now. I am worthy of life, health, and strength. If you are worthy of respect, type that in the box right now. I am worthy of respect. If you're worthy of being authentically you, no matter what spaces or places that you're in, go ahead and say, I am worthy of being me. I don't have to delete myself to make other people comfortable because what that does to me is delete me. If you are worthy of whatever it is you're worthy for, type that in the box. I am worthy of blank. And in this moment, Ruthie just exclaimed to the world and to the universe that she's worthy of love. Mike responded, don't delete. He is worthy of not deleting pieces of himself. Mike also responded, he's worthy of the gift God blessed him with. Yes, Mike, you are. Ebony responded that, let's get Ebony on the screen, worthy of love and respect. Patricia responded, I am worthy of me. In these moments, this is the time where you have to exclaim that you are worthy. Mike says, I'm worthy of all that God has for me. Thank you. In this moment, as we start Hope Center Weekend, I do indeed want you to remember that there are many times in life where people will pretend to be the board of directors of you. The catch with that is that they can only be the board of directors of your life if you allow them to be, which means they're nicking at pieces that make you beautifully, authentically you, worthy of everything that comes with being you. The catch sometimes that people might not understand is that when you're being authentically yourself, as Margaret says, when you are being respectful of others, sometimes that might not come back, but that doesn't mean that you're not worthy of having that, right? Robin says, I'm worthy of all the good and love that God has for me. But I want to go back to Margaret really quickly. Love, respect, and being authentically myself. In this world where people do sometimes want you to be a drone, want you to be the same, want you to be a carbon copy of them, this is that moment where you exclaim that my uniqueness helps me create magic in this world, helps me help people be their best selves, helps me continue to push forward and do what I need. And so, in this moment, as I am a bit emotional, because this message spoke to me of reminding myself that I'm worthy, no matter the shifts that are happening in life, I'm looking at you right now and saying, I feel you. I know those moments where you don't think that you're worthy. I know those moments where you don't feel love for self. I know those moments where sometimes, some places, some things make you feel less than what you are. But in this moment, I'm promising you that you are worthy of everything, worthy of love, worthy of respect, worthy of being yourself, worthy of what God has for you, worthy of life, worthy of health and strength, worthy of being loved how you love, worthy of people not living in your past, but living in your future because your future is grand, worthy just because. And so as I close out today, I always say that I love you. I love you for who you are. And I love us for where we're going. Where are we going? We are going up. And how are we doing that? With Hope Center Weekend, reminding ourselves of our worth, reminding ourselves what we deserve, reminding ourselves that no matter what the world says, the media says, social media says, etc., that we are still worthy of life, love, health, strength, that job, that relationship. I can keep going, but worthy. And so in this moment, continue to be you. Continue to push through this life. Continue to remind yourself that just because someone else says that it's right doesn't mean that it is. Question everything as you move forward, including sometimes that voice in the back of your head that says that you can't. Where does it come from? How did it start? Who said that first? Sometimes it might not have been you, and you're worthy of more than that. I am the one and only Julius J.U. Jones, known as your professor of positivity, signing out, reminding each of you that you indeed are worthy, worthy of everything that you put your mind on, worthy of life. And we look forward to seeing you at all the other events that Hope Center is hosting this weekend, live and digitally. And I will make sure to see you at FCBC on Sunday, 10:30 a.m. for the pre-show, where it is going to be a blast. Love you, love you, love you. Need more of you. Until next time.